Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to race 2 of the Transport Fever at the race's final. It is the haulage race. Now they are all turned round, facing to go around the track in the reverse section. Our 003, 1 and our Class 10 was last in the last race, probably because of its extremely low top speed, but now it's time for the haulage race. The haulage race is slightly different, unless you've already clocked it. Yes, they're longer. They now have 10 of these 53 ton Westrail Westfleet carriages, so it's 530 tons worth of stuff that they're hauling. Will it make a difference? I don't know. Don't think it'll make a difference to this guy here, the New York Super Hudson. I would imagine back in the day this is a sort of consist it may have hauled, so it should do quite well, I would imagine. But they are all ready to rock and roll. The game is paused. We'll set them on their way and prepare for the large plumes of smoke that follow. Now I have to remember and start all of them. Don't leave anyone behind. Oh yes, I knew I'd forgotten someone. We'll just check everyone. Whoops, didn't. Yeah, already done you. Okay, slight technical glitch, but we'll be on our way in just a moment. So, here we go. Now, trains that were faster, I would, the sort of sleek, slimlined, lightweight trains with higher top speed probably won't do so well in this one, but we'll soon see. So, without further ado, in 3, 2, 1... and there'll be the mass plume of smoke now. And there's no horns. Must be sort of glitched. The volume for the trains is kind of glitched. But yes, our Super Hudson is taking flight already, as we expected. Who's this falling? Oh, I can't even see. The Hiawatha. Yes, these two are probably going to be the best for the high speed haulage. Our New York City Super Hudson is away. It's like adding the extra carriages just meant nothing at all. Everyone else is desperately struggling. Apart from the Norfolk and Western train, I did expect this one to do well also. Not so good on its own, but when hauling mass amounts of weight, it does pretty good. Now our 18201 will suffer. Now it is a freight train, but I think it was... don't think it was really designed for high speed express sort of intercity train territory. But we're away. Our Class 7 is doing quite well. Now it will top out at 90, so it needs to get a wriggle on. I did debate whether changing it to the Class 9, which is the freight variant. It may have done slightly better because it's used to hauling sort of heavier loads, but the passenger variant seems to be doing well, or the express train variant seems to be doing okay as well. It is actually in third, so we'll bring it up there. Now it's these guys at the back. Where is the coronation? Right there. The Class 10 is doing okay, but it sort of did okay at the start of the last one, and then it sort of fell behind. And this is quite a slow section to start with. The Super Hudson is away. There you go. There's the winner of the race right there, ladies and gentlemen. The Super Hudson. He's going to redeem his points he lost in the last race. Our Norfolk and Western is second, which is pretty amazing. Because in the other haulage races, it didn't do so good either. But I suppose the rest of the trains are really suffering with the extra weight. Now, Britain need a decent sort of a run here. And it looks like they're not getting a sort of decent kind of run. They're doing pretty poorly. Here's the Class 10. coming through the smoke. Where's the Coronation? There's the Coronation. Can't even see it. Now this 18201 is still in last. Oh my god. So there's last, and here's first. All the way around the corner already. He is only getting up to 76 though. The Class 7 fighting valiantly, but it looks to be the 003 who is in third, or Hiawatha. Now this may be a consist the Hiawatha is used to also. The A4 is doing surprisingly well. The Class 10 staying on the screen there. Now these two not on the screen yet. Where's first? Right, there's second. First is in this tunnel. Let's go down here and wait for the trains to pass. There's first. So he's off. Now he does have 10. There we go. There's the last one. Now where is the Norfolk and Western? Appearing just shortly, it looks like. There it is. There, ooh, it looks like the Class 7 is just in front there. Now, there's the Hiawatha in the background, and the A4 is catching the Hiawatha. This may be because they're on a faster section. But there's the Class 10. There's the Coronation. There's the end. Ooh, and the 18201's not that far behind the Coronation. Right, so let's jump back on with first. What can we see? You are way ahead of it. You're past Freiburg. You're heading to... I want to say that at Strasbourg. I do. I really do. The Germans in the chat or the comments, you can instruct me as to what the name of that place actually is. There's the 003 is back in his third position. Right, fourth. Who is fifth? Hiawatha, but the A4 is not doing that bad. Now they are at 88, the front runners. So our Class 10 only does 87. It's actually going at full speed right now. But it's going faster than the... Ooh, wow, the Hiawatha is away. Holy crap. It's pretty amazing, actually. Is this a Coronation? It is. It's actually doing quite well as well. It's catching the A4, who's still at 73. Here's the Class 10. Class 10's moving up. Moving up, boys. I think the Hiawatha has actually passed the Class 7 as well. Has it? Don't know. Let's go and check. There's the 003. Class 7. Hiawatha's tearing round the outside. The Norfolk and Western is keeping its second place, but it's struggling. There's first place. Almost didn't see it there. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Sixth is... who's that? Class 10. It is the Class 10. So it moves up to there. There's the 18201. There's the A4. So the A4 is still up there. Coronation is there, and the 18201 is there. Right, where is first? Coming round Stuttgart. Although the Norfolk and Western is sort of there in the back stages, so it's not too far in front. I would jump on with the vehicle, but the boxes, the screens will turn into a mishmash. We just end up getting teleported because the AI is too impatient to wait to get back to their imaginary homes. It's So Class 7 doing okay. You're still in 4th, buddy. Keep it up. Everyone else is now at a higher top speed than you, which ain't so good. Hiawatha is going to catch it. Right, 87. A4's up to 90. Now you got up to 100. Ah, but they're on... No, they're not. I thought they were on that mega long straight. That comes after Frankfurt. So your 100 miles per hour may not be so good if our Norfolk and Western here can get back up. Now I don't know if you guys can see this, but I've got the frames up, and I'm getting like 20 frames right now. It doesn't feel like 20 frames, but there is sort of a lot happening because I've got all these boxes open. We are passing a town. There's a lot of AI vehicles. I think loading in this track as well is fairly catastrophic for it. I think an i9 CPU may be in my future. Although the i7, I've got the i7 6700. I went with that because the 7700, the sort of be all and end all, gets very, very hot, and the cooling system of my PC just can't cope with a chip like the i7 7700. It probably could if I shuffled a few things about, but I'm too lazy for that, and the i7 7700 is expensive still. There we go, 3rd place, 4th, 5th. Ah, okay, so you are down to 5th. Now Britain needs to make some sort of comeback. Ooh, what do we have here? A4 is in front of the Class 10, probably with its extra speed. Although the Class 10 may surpass it again. The Coronation has been overtaken by the 18201. Now they are rounding Stuttgart and onto this very large straight section. Now it looks like the Norfolk and Western might be able to get some speed. It looked like it was catching the Super Hudson there, but it sort of died down round that corner. So we'll see how the others fare. Our Coronation is last. Why? Why have you done this to me? You're faster than like 2 of the other trains, and you've got the same 100 miles per hour top speed as, well, 2 more other trains. It really is struggling. The 18201 is doing okay. Although the Coronation's at 81 miles per hour, the 18201's only at 78. So it is struggling with the acceleration. Wow, it is smoggy here. Right, now they are halfway through the straight. The right streetcars become available. Magic. The New York City Super Hudson is almost at its top speed. There it is. 100 miles per hour. No. They are going slightly uphill. The Coronation is about to pass the 18201. Let's... Oh, I just pushed W to try and head up. But from this camera angle, it's sort of the same speed as the trains are going. Oh, getting some slight turbulence there. Frames have gone up to 25, weirdly, even with all this smog. Right, let's head up. Who's this on the left? The Class 10. So you are still in 6th place. Or 7th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 7th place. A4 is still in 6th. jump on with the Class 7. It's still in 5th. The Hiawatha's just in front. The Norfolk and Western did not manage to close the gap. Or if it gets up to 101 here, it might. Although they do go uphill. Yep, uphill here. It's maintaining its 100 miles per hour. The New York City... Oh no, it's down to 99. So the Super Hudson may still be undefeated when it comes to haulage. And the Hiawatha is beating you quite vastly now. It is almost 10 miles per hour faster than your current speed. The Coronation's got something weird happening with it here. Yes, that is odd. I quite like this. I know you can't see the train, but we've got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and a mass of trains at the back there. Looks like it's about to pass the Class 10. Let's close that and reopen it. There we go. Should have left that. Right, so you're at 100. Ooh, Norfolk and Western's at 104. 6 frames as it crosses the road there. Back up to 20. Right, so you're at 98. Where are we? We're coming round past Kessel. We need to go past Erfurt, Leipzig, and then on to the home straight. Right, where are we? Coming past Kessel. There we are. So there's 1st, 2nd, going through the tunnel. Here's our 003 coming down in 3rd. It's still maintaining a sort of solid pace. Staying up there with the leaders. It normally always does. Our Hiawatha is coming round that bridge now. Here it is. It's doing 97, so it is pulling away from the Class 7. Where is the Class 7? It's died. So far behind now. Here he goes now. Now the A4 is actually doing more than 19 miles per hour, so it's starting to catch the Class 7. Should be Class 10 next. Ooh, it's nuts, the Coronation. So Coronation, you move up to there. Ooh, the Class 10 is now last. The 18201 has surpassed it. Super Hudson is being hunted down. Now I think that's Freiburg. Oh, no, that's Erfurt. It's Leipzig is the next town. Then round here in a straight shot to Berlin. But the Germans did get a win in their home turf in the first race with the 003. Right, so you're coming round. Good man. It's 76. Aye. 8 miles an hour faster. 9 now. Slight downhill, so they can pick up a tiny bit of speed. Let's check the back. So they're about to slow down. And then this time, the Class 10 can shine again. Maybe. Well, you slowed down to 87 and you slowed down to 90, so probably no. You can maintain your 87 through there. Class 7 is also being hunted down by the A4. This must be an interesting sight for these cars that are driving past. The Carnation is actually starting to close the gap in the A4 as well. The Brits need to watch out for the 18201 though. Right, where are you? Oh, you're coming round past Leipzig. You are almost on the home straight. So I don't think this straight is long enough for the Norfolk and Western to close the gap. because this thing will start accelerating, the gap will increase slightly, then it'll start to close it. And only if it gets above 100 miles per hour. Which I would imagine it should. Ooh, what is happening here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, buddy, go. Go, 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 go. Come on, Carnation. Move. Look at this weird, look at the tender. It's got like these wing shapes at the back. It's pretty cool. Come on, you're struggling, dude. Oh no! Just noticed that there are no chains connecting the loco to the first wagon. That's dangerous. Uh-oh. Right, so you move up. Right, how is first getting on? 91. Yeah, Berlin's just there. It's almost across the bridge. I don't even have a finish line for here. Or do I? Do I have a finish line? Where's the finish line? I should have signals somewhere. Right, we'll see the other end of the bridge is the finish line. So here we go. Here's the Super Hudson, maintaining its dominance in the haulage race. Well done. It got up to 99 there. First place for the Super Hudson. Well done. Another 10 points for America. I'll do the points the same as I did in the first race. First we'll get 10, and well, the first two trains, or first three trains, are all trains that are in the championship, so they'll get points accordingly. The Super Hudson will get 10, 9 for the Norfolk and Western, 8. The Hiawatha obviously won't get points, but the Class 7 will get 10, 9, 8, 7. We'll get 6 points. Third place for the Germans. Uh-oh, you're trying to escape. Let's turn you back. Fourth place for the Hiawatha. Looks like our Class 7 may be able. Right, let's get ready to stop these. I'm getting distracted. Right, stop. Class 7 there. Coming over the bridge now. So the Hiawatha finished a fair distance in front of the Class 7. There he goes. 5th place. Well done. Now it looks like our A4 bet out the Coronation, and it managed to hold off the 18201. So well done to you, A4. And our 18201 Coronation in 8th, and our Class 10 in 9th place. But it almost caught up with the Coronation, even though it only had a top speed of, well, whatever really, 87. It was still up there. Right, so you're done, and last but not least, you. Now we're going to bring you forward, tell you to go to a depot, and then I'll just stop you right there, because that's where you should have stopped anyway, stupid. And stop. There we go. Right, so there you have it. It sort of did jump around, especially at the back, from the sort of A4 to the Class 10. The Class 10 managed to stay up there, which was pretty decent. It put up a fair battle. Unfortunately, it still finished last. So our New York City Super Hudson retains its title of the best haulage train. Those points were well deserved. The Norfolk and Western was sort of sneaking up behind it, but just couldn't get the acceleration to get to its top speed. Our BR05003. Now this thing is always good, whether it's on its own or in haulage. So well done to it. The Hiawatha finishing 4th, class 7. Did well for a train that only has a top speed of 90. It finished 5th. So it did quite good. The A4 I was surprised with as well. It is lightning fast on its own. But no. Hauling stuff, it ain't so good. But it managed to stay up there. Now our 18201 did good to sneak a few places in at the end. It was pretty much last till about 3/4 of the way. And then it came up and passed the class 10 in the Coronation. Coronation did poorly, finishing 2nd last. Just managing to stay in front of the class 10 there. Which probably would have destroyed everything if it had a higher top speed. It's definitely got it in the haulage. It's just the top speed that lets it down. So we'll head to the point screen. This is the final race for the steam trains. So say goodbye. Bye steam trains. And we'll go to the point screen and see who actually won. So here are the results after race 2. The New York City Super Hudson stormed off in the lead. It truly is amazing at the haulage. The Norfolk and Western was close behind it though. It managed to secure a 2nd place, and the BR003 actually did quite well as well. Still getting a top 3 finish there. Class 7 doing well. The A4 also did well. I expected that to sort of just die on the starting line, but no, it did quite well. And the 18201 was behind it in 8th place. So I did the points the same as the last time. 10 for the leader, 2 for last place. The BR18201 finished in 7th, so it gets 4, and the A4 finished in 6th, so it gets 5, and so on, so on. Our New York City train gets 10. But that's it for the race table. Let's go to the train championship table and see who our overall winner actually was. So, the winner, of the train championship, the single train that accumulated the most points, was the German BR003. So well done to it. A great all-round train. It basically dominated almost from start to finish. The New York City G3 did start to catch eventually. It finished 2nd. So not so good in the single races, but good in the haulage races. The A4 was 3rd. The Class 7 was 4th. The Norfolk and Western J class was 5th, and the 18201 was last. Quite a fair bit off from the leader, a fair gap of points there, but it did okay nonetheless. It had its comeuppance. Every now and again it would come through, so well done to them. Now let's look at the countries table and see who the overall country winner was. Okay, so here we are. The winners were the Americans by a fair amount of points, by about 13 points. In the previous race, they were only 1 point ahead of the Germans, who looked like they were going to pass them. But no, the USA held out for the win. So they got the win. The Germans in 2nd, and Britain with 155. Not too bad, not completely disastrous, but they did okay as well. So that's it for the tables. Let's actually go and have a quick look at the trains as we close out the steam races. So here we have our winner from Germany for the single units. The train who accumulated the most points, it's our 05003 from Germany. It did fairly spectacularly. It did well in single and in haulage races. It was a great all-round train. It is Queen Bee, King of the Hill, Master of all, our heavyweight champion of the world is our 05003. It was the winner in the train championship. In 2nd place, we had our New York City J3 Super Hudson. Again, not so great on its own, with only a top speed of 100. But when it came to haulage, it just decimated all. Having extra wagons or carriages on the back of it just did not affect it at all. So it did good for the USA, getting second place in the train championship. Third was our British Mallard, the A4. Now, this was the modded version with a top speed of 126. Very good in its own, not so good when it came to haulage. It may have accumulated more points if I had this train right at the very start when we did the Alps race. But unfortunately we didn't. We just had the vanilla one, which was incredibly slow, but it did well to get up to third. So there is our third place for the single trains right there. In fourth place we had the Class 7 / Class 9. They were sort of interchanged, but the Class 7 seemed to do well throughout. Maybe not at the start on the sort of faster tracks. It was really did suffer. It was our slowest train, so it did well to get fourth with only a top speed of 90 miles per hour. It was sort of good at acceleration. It was okay on its own, and it was okay during the haulage races too. Our Norfolk and Western didn't really shine till the very last race when we had the huge 10 carriage consist. It didn't do so well on its own. It was quite slow at acceleration. It had a decent top speed, but it just had trouble getting there. And when it came to the haulage with the small consist, it seemed the other train still had enough power to accelerate and get away from it. But at the end with the 10 carriages, it really did pull through. And last but not least, our German 18201. Now this, on sort of faster tracks, it really did well because it had a top speed of 113. But when it came to haulage and the sort of slower, windy tracks, it really did suffer. Acceleration, not one of its strong points, but it did well nonetheless. It finished. So there are our victors and the places for the single, for the train championship. We'll now check out the World Championship winners. So here we have our winners of the overall championship. The Americans, yes. The Americans won by a fair margin as well. Probably in thanks to the New York City J3 Super Hudson. I did add the sort of backup trains as well, because they did sort of play a part in the end. So yes, the Americans stormed out way in front and they won the country championship. In second place were the Germans. They weren't too far behind. They racked up a lot of points from the 003. I think it's the 18201 that sort of let them down in there, but they still managed to finish second. Added the Class 10 in there as well. Why not? So well done to the Germans. And in third place, the UK team. So they did okay. They had the fastest train and the slowest train. And we got the coronation in there as well. So that's it for the Steam trains, and that's it for the At the Races Steam races forever. So say goodbye to our trains. They did well. I had a lot of fun making these races with these Steam trains. Next up, I'll be the turn of the diesels. I've got something special planned for that as well. But as always, if you did watch this and you'd like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And as always, if you'd like to see what's happening in the future, hit that subscribe button. But I've been Danny Boy. This has been Transport Fever at the Races, and I will catch you later.